Gemini, if you have been feeling lately that your mind is moving faster than your life, if you have dozens of ideas but somehow cannot decide which one deserves your full attention, do not ignore that feeling. August 2026 is going to be a remarkably important month for you because your thoughts, conversations, relationships, career plans, and future direction are all beginning to change at the same time. Something that has been developing quietly may finally come to the surface. A message could arrive. A conversation could reveal information you were not expecting. Someone from your past could suddenly reappear. Or you may discover an opportunity that makes you question whether the path you have been following is still the right one. At first, these changes may feel scattered. One thing happens here. Another thing happens somewhere else. A completely unrelated conversation suddenly gives you an idea. But as August progresses, you may realize that these events are connected. They are pieces of the same story. And Gemini, that story is about movement. You are entering a period where staying exactly where you are may become more uncomfortable than taking a risk. If Gemini is your sun sign, this energy can be especially noticeable in your communication, career, relationships, and personal goals. If Gemini is also your rising sign, you may experience an even stronger desire to reinvent yourself, change your routine, meet new people, and explore possibilities that you previously ignored. So if this reading resonates with you, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Stay until the end because August has an important message for your career, finances, love life, social circle, and one unexpected opportunity that may appear when you least expect it. The beginning of August may feel mentally intense. Your mind could be filled with questions. What should I do next? Should I stay or leave? Should I accept this opportunity? Can I trust this person? Am I wasting time? These questions may become stronger because you are reaching a point where your old answers no longer satisfy you. Gemini, this is not necessarily confusion. Sometimes confusion is simply the stage before clarity. Your mind is rearranging information. You are comparing possibilities. You are noticing details you previously overlooked. And eventually something will click. A conversation may suddenly make sense. A past experience may suddenly have a different meaning. A decision that seemed impossible may become surprisingly simple. August is asking you to stop trying to force certainty before you have all the information. Let the information arrive. Listen. Observe. Ask questions. Then decide. Your career is one of the areas where this changing mindset can create powerful results. You may find yourself thinking about a completely different professional direction. Perhaps you have been feeling bored with your current position. Perhaps you have been doing more work than you are being paid for. Perhaps you have a talent that your current career does not allow you to use. Or perhaps you simply want more freedom. August can bring a conversation that opens a new possibility. A colleague could tell you about an opportunity. A former employer could contact you. Someone could recommend you. You could discover a job advertisement that seems almost perfectly aligned with your skills. Or an idea you have been discussing casually could suddenly become a serious business possibility. Do not dismiss unexpected opportunities simply because they were not part of your original plan. Your original plan was created by an earlier version of you. You are changing. Therefore, your plan is allowed to change too. For Gemini entrepreneurs and business owners, August may bring increased activity, more messages, more meetings, more negotiations, more ideas, more potential clients. This can be exciting, but it can also become overwhelming. Your greatest challenge will be focus. You could have 5 brilliant ideas at once and want to pursue all 5. But 5 unfinished projects are not more valuable than 1 completed project. Choose carefully. Write down your ideas. Rank them. Ask yourself which one has the greatest long-term potential. Then give that one your attention. Your ability to communicate becomes one of your greatest professional advantages this month. Your words can open doors. A conversation with the right person may be more valuable than months of silent effort. Speak clearly. Ask for what you want. Do not assume people automatically understand your ambitions. Tell them. Your voice matters. Financially, August can bring movement, but it requires discipline. There may be more opportunities to earn, especially through communication, sales, technology, online work, education, writing, networking, or creative projects. A side income could begin from something you originally considered only a hobby. You may discover that your ability to explain things, connect people, promote ideas, or communicate information has real financial value. But there is a warning. Gemini can sometimes spend money as quickly as ideas appear. One minute you are planning to save. The next minute you have convinced yourself that you absolutely need something. August asks you to slow that process down. Before making an unnecessary purchase, wait. Give yourself 24 hours. If you still want it tomorrow, reconsider it. This simple habit could save you from a surprising amount of financial waste. Be especially careful around lending money, informal agreements, and financial promises made through friends. Not everyone who speaks confidently has a reliable plan. Trust should be accompanied by verification. Love, however, may become one of the most fascinating areas of August. If you are in a relationship, communication becomes everything. You may finally say something you have been keeping inside. A conversation that has been postponed could finally happen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but the truth has a strange quality. Once spoken, it often becomes easier to deal with than the uncertainty that existed before it. If your relationship is strong, this honesty can bring you closer. You may start talking about the future more seriously. Travel, home, money, family, commitment, shared plans. The relationship may move from simply enjoying the present to consciously building a future. But if your relationship has been full of misunderstandings, mixed signals, or emotional distance, August can expose those issues. You may finally ask the question you have been avoiding. Are we really communicating? Or are we simply talking? There is a difference, and you may discover it this month. If you are single, Gemini, your romantic life could become surprisingly active. Someone may enter your life through conversation, and that makes perfect sense for you. A message, a social gathering, a work connection, a mutual friend, an online interaction, a casual conversation that lasts much longer than expected. The attraction may begin in the mind before it reaches the heart. You could meet someone who challenges your thinking, someone whose humor matches yours, someone who makes you curious. And for Gemini, curiosity can be the beginning of attraction. Do not rush to define the connection. Let it develop. The most interesting relationship may be the one that begins unexpectedly and grows naturally. There is also a possibility of someone from the past returning. But August asks you to look beyond nostalgia. Ask yourself whether you miss the person or simply miss who you were when you were with them. That question can reveal a great deal. Sometimes we don't want the person back. We want the feeling back. And those are not the same thing. Your social life could become much busier during August. You may receive more invitations. You could reconnect with old friends. You may meet people through work or networking. You might even find yourself entering a completely new social environment. And one of these new connections could become extremely valuable. Not necessarily romantically. Could be a mentor, a business partner, a friend. Someone who introduces you to another person. Your future may be influenced by someone you meet casually this month. So do not underestimate ordinary conversations. Gemini, your network is part of your opportunity. But your social circle will also require some cleaning. You may begin noticing that certain people only contact you when they need something. Others may constantly bring drama into your life. And some may talk about your dreams without ever genuinely supporting them. August can make these patterns impossible to ignore. You don't need to fight with anyone. You don't need dramatic announcements. Simply change your availability. Your time is valuable. Your attention is valuable. Your energy is valuable. Protect them. Psychologically, August brings a major lesson about mental exhaustion. You may have been thinking too much and resting too little. Your mind is constantly processing information, messages, news, work, family, money, relationships, plans, possibilities. Eventually, even an active mind needs silence. Give yourself moments when you do absolutely nothing. Walk without your phone. Sit somewhere quiet. Listen to music. Write down your thoughts. Sleep properly. Your mind cannot solve everything at once. Sometimes clarity appears only after the noise disappears. There may also be an important personal realization during the month. You could understand that you have been trying to maintain too many versions of yourself. The person your family expects, the person your partner wants, the person your workplace needs, the person your friends know, and the person you actually are. August encourages you to bring those versions closer together. You do not have to perform a personality just to make other people comfortable. You are allowed to evolve. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to say, "This no longer works for me." That is not inconsistency. That is self-awareness. Your physical energy may fluctuate throughout August. You may experience periods of intense productivity followed by sudden exhaustion. Do not ignore the warning signs. Your body may be telling you that your mind has been running faster than your physical energy can support. Create a better rhythm. Work. Rest. Move. Recover. Then work again. You do not need to operate at maximum speed every day. In fact, your best ideas may arrive during the moments when you finally stop chasing them. The first part of August may feel like mental preparation. You are gathering information, watching, thinking, comparing possibilities. Around the middle of the month, communication becomes especially important. A message, conversation, or piece of information could change your plans. Pay attention to what people say, but also pay attention to what they avoid saying. Silence can communicate too. The third week of August can bring more activity around work and money. An opportunity could become more concrete. Project may finally move forward. You could receive an offer. Or you may decide to take your own idea more seriously. The final part of the month brings reflection. You may look back at everything that happened and realize that August was not random at all. Every conversation taught you something. Every delay redirected you. Every unexpected meeting introduced a new possibility. And every difficult decision showed you something about yourself. Gemini, there is another important message for you. Do not allow your ability to see multiple possibilities to become an excuse for never choosing one. Your intelligence is a gift, but endless analysis can become another form of avoidance. At some point, you have to choose. You do not need perfect certainty. You need enough information and enough courage. One path may not be guaranteed, but staying in the same place is also a decision. And August may make that very clear. You could find yourself standing between two futures. One is familiar, predictable, comfortable. The other is uncertain, exciting, potentially transformative. The second path may scare you because you cannot control the outcome. But perhaps control was never the real goal. Perhaps the goal was growth. Perhaps you have been waiting for permission to become the person you already know you could be. You don't need permission. As August 2026 progresses, you may become more confident in your ability to trust yourself. Not because you suddenly know everything, but because you finally understand that you can handle uncertainty. That is a major form of maturity. You don't need to know exactly what happens next. You simply need to know that whatever happens, you will respond. You will adapt. You will learn. You will continue. And that makes you much more powerful than you realize. There may be one particular moment toward the end of August when everything suddenly connects. A conversation from the beginning of the month. An idea you almost ignored. Person you met unexpectedly. A decision you were afraid to make. Suddenly, the pieces fit together. And you may realize, I understand why this happened. That moment can bring enormous relief. Gemini, August 2026 is not asking you to become someone else. It is asking you to stop hiding the person you are becoming. You are allowed to want more. More freedom. More meaningful work. More honest relationships. More financial independence. More adventure. More peace. You don't have to choose between being successful and being happy. You can build a life where both have space. But it starts with intentional choices. Not every opportunity deserves your attention. Not every person deserves unlimited access to you. Not every idea needs to become a project. And not every closed door needs to be reopened. Sometimes the most powerful decision is simply to keep moving. So as August 2026 comes to an end, remember this. Your life does not need to change overnight. You only need one meaningful decision, one conversation, one application, one new connection, one boundary, one brave beginning. That small action can create a chain of events you cannot yet imagine. Sometimes destiny does not announce itself. Sometimes it looks like a normal Tuesday, a normal message, a normal meeting, a normal idea. And only later do you realize that was the moment everything started changing. Gemini, stay curious. Stay observant. Stay open. But when the moment comes to choose, do not allow overthinking to steal the opportunity from you. Your mind can show you many doors. Your wisdom will tell you which one to open. And August 2026 may be the month when you finally turn the handle. The future is not waiting for you to have every answer. It is waiting for you to take the next step.